Yo, what's going on, you guys? Your boy Pony Montana, and in this video we're going to be going over how to shut down pretty much any tight formation simply just using abilities in Madden 23. Now, abilities are things that are going to make or break the way you play Madden. And in this video, if you are someone who is running tight formations, I apologize, because this video is going to absolutely shut that formation down. We're going to be going over a simple ability that you can add to a few of the cornerbacks that are currently in Madden Ultimate Team. And there's a few players in regs that you guys are going to be able to utilize this ability to your advantage. Now, I'm going to bring up a graphic, and it's going to show an ability that you guys need to start using if you guys haven't already, if you're facing nothing but tight formations. Tight formations, gun tight, offset, just regular gun tight, tight slots. There's a lot of different formations where people are, utilizing those into those four receivers just cooped up right at the line of scrimmage pretty much. And this ability is going to help. Now I'm going to bring up a graphic, and it's going to be a player. And as you can see, Marlon Humphrey, cornerback, number 44. The ability that we're going to be talking about today is this one. I got to bring the squigglies out. Inside shade. I don't know if you can read that, but it says faster reactions to receiver cuts inside the numbers. Now, when you equip this ability, it's going to make any cuts that the receivers make while they're inside the numbers, it's going to make it faster. So it's pretty much one step ahead for any routes that are being made within the numbers. Now, if we head to the play call screen, I have taken the liberty of choosing the Steelers because they're rivals to the Ravens, but I have to put the Ravens on defense. So let me go ahead and throw a dot real quick. Now, in tight formations, typically, more oftentimes than not, both sides, like pretty much every person that's on the field, is going to be inside. They're going to be inside the numbers. They're going to be within the numbers. So it doesn't matter what route they're going to be running on. Everyone is inside the numbers. So for those of you guys who don't know, when an ability says that it's going to work while inside the numbers, it means anything in between this and every single tight formation, they're typically going to be within those two lines. Now, it doesn't matter whether we are coming out on one hash mark or the other. You know what? Just for the sake of the video, let's change where the hash mark is. Let's just go to the right side, just to showcase that even the right side is still going to be within those hash marks, unless they run like some form of a double move, or if they're motioning one of the guys outside of those numbers. Those inside shades are going to absolutely clamp up pretty much anything that the offense has to offer. Now, as you can see here, Marlon Humphrey, we're literally right there glued on. And I'm going to play with Marlon Humphrey just a little bit in this video, just to showcase how dominant this actually is. So right now we got Johnson on a corner route, which usually destroys man coverage. And in this right now, we're not going to double team him. We're just going to have Marlon Humphrey on him. So we're going to take everybody out of the way so they have zero chance at actually stopping that. Make sure that the D line is not guarding anything. And I have Marlon Humphrey manned up on that person. So right now he's within that line, and look how glued he is onto that route. He cannot move, and that happens with inside shade. Now, yes, there are other ways to stop not corner routes, but there are other ways to stop these routes from happening, or just shutting down gun tight formations. But as you can see, this is absolutely glued. He's not moving. He's not going to be able to complete a pass, and you'll be able to shut down anyone who's running any type of tight formations. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't understand this, and some people are even trying to use outside shade. Outside shade isn't going to do a thing for you. This is essentially half of one step ahead in one formation, and it's absolutely dominant. Now I'm gonna take the liberty of taking Marlon Humphrey and moving him to the opposite side so that we can showcase him against some different routes. And let's try him against this Y out halfback swing route. That's what we're going to call right now. So we're going to go ahead and move Marlon Humphrey to the outside. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to go over a couple things you guys can do to kind of make your defense a little bit better when it comes to this. Actually, matter of fact, let me put him. Nah, he's fine there. He's fine there. So let's do that. We're going to press. Marlon Humphrey is on that outside now. Now Marlon Humphrey's on the outside. We're going to take him. We're going to take Clark and put him in a hook. And we're going to take Marlon Humphrey and put him on that X route. And we're going to line him up right above that guy. So, you know, he's there. Everyone else, we're just going to spy. And he should be absolutely clamped up, even though this is a man beating route. This beats man most of the time. But he lights up. And as you can see, he's glued onto that route. Absolutely glued onto that route. And you can't move when you have these abilities equipped on your defensive players. You just can't move. It's very, very difficult to move the ball consistently against a route like this. Even O is completely clamped up because that Marlon Humphrey card is just glued onto him. Now, besides gun tight formations, I currently only run one inside shade, and the only person that I run that inside shade on is my slot cornerback. I believe I have Stephon Gilmore, or had Stephon Gilmore. That's another story. But with him being in that slot position, it's always gonna pretty much guarantee that that person's gonna be guarding any person that's in the slot. And typically when they're in the slot, they're going to be one of the inside receivers. So it doesn't matter what formation it is, as long as they're not too far along on that hash mark, you're going to absolutely clamp up whoever it is that is pretty much running anything, because they're all going to be within that, you know, within the numbers. Because it seems like they say that the numbers are, you know, like inside the numbers and outside the numbers, it's the same distance. But in Madden, I don't believe that that's the case. As long as they're inside the numbers, that inside shade is going to clamp every single thing up. So we're going to go ahead and take Marlon Humphrey, and we're going to put him here in that slot position to absolutely clamp up any single route that we choose to go with. So Marlon Humphrey is there. Let's just take let's take triangle, and we're just going to put him on a drag and see the type of result that we get here. And for some reason, I was actually clicked onto him, so he wasn't able to do it, but he even still lit up in that situation. So as long as they're lighting up, you're still good to go when it comes to this. So let's go ahead and go on one of the D line, and we're going to take triangle, and we're going to put him on a slant. As you can see, he lights up, and look at how close he is to that slant, just completely bagging the life out of that slant up. Now, granted, the receivers on the Steelers don't seem to be too great, but he's getting zero separation. And the reasoning for that is because of the ability. It's just that damn good. And if you guys haven't already, put this ability on your slot cornerback and let him go to work. And if they are on one of the hash marks to where this ability will not work, man him up on someone else. It doesn't have to be on that inside shade, does not have to be on that slot receiver. You can shade over that way yourself with your user, but you guys need to make sure that you're rocking an inside shade on somebody on your field, because you're completely going to clamp up one of the routes that's on there, which means it's just one route that you will not have to worry about. This is going to help a lot of people out, especially if you want to play that type of defense where you just set it and forget it. This is definitely one of those abilities that you need to start using. Start equipping inside shade on a couple of your players and watch your defense play like it's never played before. My name is Pony Montana. If this video helps you guys out, if you learned something today, leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below. As always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.